These words uttered to me by the Director General of Planning 3 years ago. If there is a resource, we shall harvest it. If there is a resource, we shall harvest it. And then, by a certain Minister for Mineral Resources, hose your community down. Hose your community down. This is a story that has led the Gloucester community and I to believe that the New South Wales State Government cannot be trusted to look after the rights, health and welfare of local communities in the face of the almighty mining and gas dollar. Utter dejection, anger and despair continues to boil up in affected and non-affected communities alike. And there'll be people here who aren't affected but are supporting you, so thank you to those people. Beautiful Gloucester received a boutique coal mine in the 1990s. Now we are inflicted with a 30-year extraction journey with major changes to landscape, consuming well over 100 plus large properties, displacing many residents who once thrived there. People are heartsick, and I like that word, they are heartsick with their loss and dislocation. I attended a Premier and Cabinet consultation meeting 3 years ago. Sitting next to me, the Director General of Planning, the Minister for the Environment and several senior government officers, with the then Premier, Maurice Yema, hovering in the background. I asked, how can your government throw exploration licences over 70% of our shire with no warning or consultation and totally negate the community democratic process Council had spent 2 years in the making for our land use strategies? The Director General looked at me and stated coldly, if there is a resource, we shall harvest it. Shocked, I said, I'm sorry, are you stating that what the community and council achieved in good faith as part of your government's highly manipulated planning process was a waste of time? He said, and I quote, as I said to you, Julie, if there is a resource, we shall harvest it. This is the attitude of the Department of Planning. No one, not even the then Premier, Cabinet Minister or others at that table corrected this statement. Alas, no courage or conscience from this state government. I asked, where in your state plan are agricultural lands and water supplies protected from mining exploration and extraction? Nowhere in this state was the answer. No protection anywhere in New South Wales. In a delegation to the then Minister for Mineral Resources regarding exploration licences and the disgraceful behaviour of a mining exploration company that had descended on our valley, the agitated Minister told me to, and I quote, hose my community down as we were being too vocal in our opposition about the massive increases in mining. Hose my community down. Shortly after that, we had a rally where 800 people turned up and they were outraged. When seeking his thoughts on this exploration company's misleading statements to a major steel-making country, India, to attract investments, he angrily stated that it was none of his or our business if mining companies use smoke and mirrors in their business ventures.
Scumbag!
And now for coal seam gas, 110 wells and counting. Incidents have happened where a coal exploration drilling hole ended up with gas and water blowing up and had to be sealed immediately with concrete. Other incidents have happened, but they are hard to get details about. Last Wednesday I put this resolution to our council meeting, that we write to the federal government asking the Minister to not approve the first stage of the AGL development application until, according to the Australian Government's own National Water Commission position paper of December 2010, look it up on the web. Look this position paper up on the web. It is the federal government's position that until The risks of significant long-term and adverse impacts on adjacent surface and groundwater systems are understood, adequately managed and regulated. It should be refused. It was passed unanimously. This position paper states that the risks are not understood. This is the federal government. The precautionary principles should be adhered to and that due caution is a high priority. I'd like to say, be constructive in your protests and be well informed. Keep up the debate. Come and visit Gloucester, experience a beautiful valley and passionate community, and weep at the lack of courage, the lack of moral conviction, the lack of honesty and the lack of transparency that passes for governance in this state of New South Wales. Stay motivated, stay committed, uphold community democracy, and above all, the only resources that should be harvested are those that give us a sustainable food and water supply, sustainable green energy alternatives, and the right to a productive, healthy and low carbon future now and for all generations to come. And what will you do in good conscience, Mr O'Farrell?